Howdy Hounders, this is Jake here with a quick tutorial to help you find new spots to hound in Pennsylvania. The site in question today is the very powerful and super useful mindat.org. .mindat.org, and start by typing in the great state of Pennsylvania. Now as that's loading, let's have a quick chat about hounding in Pennsylvania. Almost everything in Pennsylvania is either privately owned or owned by the state. It does not leave a lot of options for legal picking. To avoid any trouble, use a site or an app to check public records for who owns what land. And then, using a lot of discretion and respect, you can reach out to some of these locations and ask if it is okay to come look around their property. Be expecting no's and accept them gratefully. Remember, you are carrying you are the working face of all Pennsylvania Rockhounds, and honestly, to a greater extent, the Rockhounds all across the country. So if you make a bad impression, it makes a bad impression for all of us. So that's the last I'm going to say on it during this little tutorial. But discretion is important, and respect, and use some judgment. All right, Mindat has loaded up to Pennsylvania. We'll click on there. All right, so here you can actually see something that is occasionally tried to explain about why there is or where the dividing line for the mineral heavy versus the fossil heavy side of Pennsylvania is. And it's not that there aren't fossils on the heavy mineral side. It's just up past Altoona and State College, up towards the, northwestern corners of Pennsylvania, things thin out a little bit. So yeah, but you can see here a little bit of a mouse scroll, and it starts to break down. You can see some of our wonderful state forests there. You're going to start seeing notations, or these icons will change. This is a geological feature, such as a mountain. This is a township locality information, and this is the actual mine information. But for today, let's head over to Berks County, Pennsylvania. I know there's a lot of mines there, so let's go. Now, Mindat's not fast, so you give it a second. All right, here's Berks County, Pennsylvania. Here's Harrisburg up here in the corner, Kutztown over here, but we're going to pull in low down here, and I have an easy mine picked out, or quarry in this case, because we have mines and quarries and all sorts of interesting things in our wonderful state here. So we're going to click on Dyer Quarry up in Birdsboro. All right, so there is the basic map. You can kind of see the dark spot is where the quarry is. We've got a couple of site photos here. That's helpful. Again, most of these sites, if you want to get into them, please join your local gem and mineral club. They are insured, and you can speak to their field trip coordinators about what sites are available and sites you might want to go to. Some sites straight up will not let people in, and some you just need the insurance and liability coverage of a proper gem and mineral club. All right, now there's a little history here on the mine. It's Jurassic Yorkhaven diabase. Here are the minerals known to be on site. What do we got? We've got calcite, shabazite, preonite, pyrite, and some stibnite, among others. Let's look and see if we've got any pictures. We do. So there's a few pictures of preonite, Rebecite, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, and shabazite. Let's see if there's any additional information in detail. Yes, there's a breakdown here of where the notation of that mineral at the site came from, and sometimes in correlation to the site itself. Yeah, there's some more pictures there as well. All right, so now we get to the nitty-gritty. Let's take this over to Google Maps. Let's switch it from the current to the satellite view. So yeah, we can very clearly see the workings here of this dire quarry. Another thing you can do to get a better feel for the site is switch it to 3D mode. And then if you hold down Control, left click, and move your mouse, you'll spin around. While you're doing that, you can still mouse in and out on zoom, but that gives you a very clear picture of the location. The other very important thing to use and to learn to work with is the topographical maps in 2D mode. This gives you a little more accurate view without all the trees and stuff in the way. When you're looking for old mines, you'd be looking for bumps and lumps in the topo map that might indicate tailings piles. All right. But yeah, this is a quick overview of how to use Mindat and how to expand out your hounding efforts to where you see some of us at now. These are the same tools we use, along with book research and things of that nature. Stay safe out there. Happy hounding.